to take responsibility. They refuse to make amends. They refuse to actually apologize. They have taken the people of Zimbabwe for granted for a very long time. Since 1980, we've seen Gukura Hundi. That was a criminal act. We have seen the Willowgate scandal. We have seen the land reform program. It was done in a criminal way. Yes, we were supposed to take back our land as Zimbabweans, as Black people. But who is in charge of that land? Who is the beneficiary of that land? As it was enough, they went also to send soldiers to DRC. It was good for the nation of Zimbabwe to rescue a neighbor which was in distress. It was a noble thing for an African country to send its own troops to another country which was in trouble. But when it becomes a criminal act of individuals benefiting on behalf of the people who participated in this war, then it becomes a criminal act. The people who suffered in DRC, the people who died in DRC, what compensation did they get? What did they get as a reward of participating in DRC war? Alinaka here explains it better and says something very important, something which we need to take a look on, something we need to note. So the intervention which happened in DRC was not out of sincerity. It was out of greediness. Those who participated in that war, the leadership, they were given mines, they were given money. He says here, Zimbabwean intervention in the DRC was one of the biggest criminal heists in African history after colonization. What's Pan-African about receiving body bags of young men and women killed in the DRC and those who send them keeping the money and minerals? Did families of the deceased receive anything? It's a very important question which is being asked here. A question which needs a true response. Apostle Joel says, DRC, yes, our dearest soldiers died for a selfish cause. Our national resources are used to finance personal agendas. In the new Great Zimbabwe, we should seek justice for families whose sons and daughters died. So you will see that the people who participated in DRC got nothing. The people who participated in the liberation of Zimbabwe also got nothing. We are told of people who were paid 50,000 veterans. Not everybody benefited from that scheme. We have some comrades who participated in the war. They have gotten nothing. In the just ended elections, their names were written down, monies were collected from them. The criminal enterprise continues each and every day, each and every time. Why? It's because in Zimbabwe, criminality has been legalized. As long as criminality is being done by influential people, it doesn't matter. As long as those in power are doing whatever they want, it doesn't matter. Right now, we have a situation where a lot of comrades were used just ended election. They were used to coerce others. They were used to force others to vote for ZANU-PF. What did they get in return? Nothing. Who is benefiting? Who is driving a Lamborghini? Who is having a stand? Who is having a mansion? Who is having a mine? Who is having A, B, C, D? Take a look on few individuals who are being given thin cab, my double cab, or given my 100,000 rands, we are given my 10,000 rands US each. These are just individuals, a few individuals. But what about the majority of our people? There is nothing to make sure that they cover the people of Zimbabwe. We have been asking for empowerment policies, especially if you go to the transport sector. We have been asking, can banks finance young transporters? They don't want to actually help them, they don't want to assist them financially. It's because there is no policy framework which is right there. For instead of the government to intervene and promote young entrepreneurs, they bring that Zupco monopoly thing and they loot everything. So you see that it's not an issue which Zimbabwe does not have resources. It's an issue of criminal enterprise taking advantage of everyone else. This issue needs to be resolved, and it will be resolved by the people of Zimbabwe. Only the children of Zimbabwe will be able to resolve this mess. It has been happening for a very long time, and it's time for us as Zimbabwe to call it quits. So MC says, my ex-classmate used to live near Cranbourne, and two of his sisters were married to soldiers. Both went to DRC. One came back in a coffin, and the other barely alive. Both sisters raised the kids as a struggling single mom. Some leaders have irreparably scared us. Zvikanzi received nothing other than the paltry monthly salaries. I have 3 young brothers who were sent to DRC. Upon coming back, they all resigned. Okay, Zvikanzi, as a nation, funded the war. We as a nation funded the war, and that had nothing to do with us. Okay, Zvikanzi, and Zimbabwe was the weakest army. Okay. Our soldiers died like flies. The only strong against unarmed civilians. Okay. But if you go to Zambia, people, they are saying their army was the strongest. They are saying that they were winning battles. At least colonization left as some infrastructure and other useful stuff. DRC was just plain robbery, Belgian style rather than English style colonization. Okay. If they wouldn't have went in and helped DRC battle, those Rwanda and Uganda backed rebels troops, then the eastern part of that country would have been annexed. Okay. So I don't know, guys, what needs to be corrected. It's not bad for a brother to assist a brother, but if you are rewarded for something, you must make sure that everybody benefits. If you go in at the workplaces, it's the same modus operandi where the elites are benefiting and everyone else is suffering. If you take a look on the salaries being given to the civil servants, it's like they're doing nothing. These are the people who are making the economy to be alive or to be where it is. But these are the same people who are disregarded by those who claim to be leading. So I want kind of laws which are made in parliament, when those who make those laws and those who ascend such laws do not even bother to protect the people. That alone signifies a criminal enterprise. That alone signifies a criminal agenda. So we have to unite as Zimbabweans. We have to come together, find solutions, and make sure that we talk and agree that indeed what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe is not right. What is happening in the body politic is not right. They have been looting for long. They've taken farms, they've taken mines, they've taken everything, businesses. The entry into business is difficult. You can't easily enter into business, and that is so wrong. So I don't know, guys. Let us talk in the comment section. Let us have this discussion.